You don't know what your future holds. In back, we don't have no houses, no even, we can't say that's where we live because all our land being burned. And then we here, almost, it's hard to be accepted to live here or to get, live to remain at least. So, and then you don't know how long you will stay. Anytime you could be deported.
There's been a civil war ongoing in Darfur. There are obviously two sides to the conflict. On the one hand, you've got the Sudanese government and also Janjaweed militia, who are working alongside the Sudanese government. On the other hand, you've got a group of African communities who live in Darfur, which are the opposing force.
Government start giving guns to Arab tribes, which is, they call them Janjaweed, and then they start attacking everywhere. So we feel that like we could be attacked, but
it's difficult to kind of put it into just a few words what the divisions are, but at the same time you've more or less got those two opposing sides, with the Darfuris on the one hand and the Sudanese government alongside the Janjaweed on the other.
The most bad things the Janjaweed have done is like killing kids, women, all elderly people, and then burning whole the village.
Well, the civilian population have been pretty much for a living hell. People have been forced from their towns and villages, from their homes.
Then Janjaweed, they can take your stuff, wherever you go, and then they win.
Yeah, there are a number of charges which have been laid upon the Sudanese government for war crimes and crimes against humanity, which have been levelled against the Sudanese president. These charges are extremely serious and relate to evidence that's been collated over the last 3 or 4 years. But that said, up until a few years ago, the Sudanese government wasn't cooperating with the British government to facilitate those removals for Darfuris to be sent back, because predominantly it didn't really want refugee population to return to Sudan. Now that situation changed. The Sudanese government now wants to take these Darfuris back for two reasons. One, so that at a later date they wouldn't necessarily be able to give evidence to the International Criminal Court, but also so that the Sudanese government can interrogate these Darfuris and find out the nature of the allegations and the nature of the evidence which the ICC may be relying upon in the future.
I am worried I could be deported because it happened with a lot of people, and then it's like you waiting to, when I go, like they will answer you, and then a lot of people been received letters saying that if you want to go, we could send to you, and then so I worried already that I could be deported.
There's about a dozen cases where Darfuris, once being returned, have alleged that pretty much on arrival in Khartoum airport, they have been handed over to Sudanese intelligence services and effectively tortured and faced arbitrary arrest and imprisonment.
If they deport you, they will deport you to Khartoum, and then if they sent you to Khartoum, then like you're saying to government that please get this one as well. So it's really way. Then you could be killed or whatever, who knows. Now it's nearly a couple of years, and then we don't see any sign that going to bear. That's last news we hear is like government, he kicked even 8 agencies that were helping people in camps. So I think for the next coming days it will be more worse.